Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AWF Hall of Fame. My name is Kyle Masters, alongside my partner in crime for the last week here in the AWF, Kirk Ranter. Kirk, it's going to be an exciting tonight here at the Hall of Fame. We have 4 inductees going in and 4 absolutely incredible people who are some of the cornerstones of both not only AWF, but our former wrestling companies, GOW and WOW.
Yeah, Masters, the stars are out tonight. It is going to be a great night, and these 4 deserve it more than anybody in the world. There was a lot of names on the list. I want everybody to know this was not an easy decision. We have the roster stacked with talent. We've had comers and goers. Listen, I was trying to get Akeem Hero. That got shot down. But we are here tonight to honor these people from what they gave us. They gave us their blood, their sweat, their tears, their determination in WOW, GOW, and now the AWF. And they will forever be cemented in the Hall of Fame tonight. And I'm super excited for that.
Man, wouldn't we all love an Akeem Hero in the Hall of Fame? That would just...
Maybe you'll sign him next year. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
I'll have to reach out to his agent. But tonight, folks, like Kirk Ranter just said, we have 4 incredible, talented people who, again, like I've mentioned, the cornerstones of this glorious E-Federation company: Chris Phoenix, Lucha Scorpio, D3, and Randy Levesque. And I have no words. I can't put into words what these 4 men have done, not only for this company, but for even our previous E-Feds in general. These are the benchmarks when it comes to being a E-Fed superstar here in the world of E-Fed.
We're talking about former champions, former GOW champions, former WOW champions, former G7 champions, former FWF champions. Chris Phoenix has this lineage he is the golden child of E-Feds. He is the golden goose. He has the most accolades. He deserves it. I'm super excited to hear his speech tonight. D3 returning after a season off. We get to see him on action this weekend at WrestleVersary. What is he going to have to say? Randy Levesque returning a couple weeks ago. It is going to be massive. But let me tell you something. Lucha Scorpio, before he departs the AWF and goes to AAA, he is going to give a heartfelt speech. We're told this is a tearjerker. A lot of passion will be in it, and I'm super excited to hear what Lucha Scorpio has to say as well.
That's right, and we'll get to Lucha Scorpio later on tonight, folks. But let's not waste any more time here. The stars are here. Like Kirk said, we are here live in Toronto, the site of WrestleVersary. So let's get down to our first inductee, and it is none other than, let me get this right, the smooth criminal himself, Randy Levesque.
Two years ago, I was given a chance to train and perform wrestling on a professional level, and that chance came to be by yours truly, Kyle Masters. I thought I would be in one-trick pony, but thanks to all the love and support from the AWF universe over the years, I would never have thought I would have been this successful in my wrestling career. Now, those 2 years has passed. There has been so much change to what once was GOW, and has now blossomed into the magnificent AWF. I thank you all for the continuous support you have gave me, and I want to thank Masters, MVB, my family of Studio 54, and my loyal fans that have been on this journey with me since the beginning. Who knows? I could return and continue where I started and go for a title. Who can honestly tell, but never say never? I will see you all again one day. But from the bottom of my heart, to all of you, thank you so very much for letting me do the things I have done in this ring.
And there you go, short and sweet, Randy Levesque into the Hall of Fame, and giving us a little tease at the end there, the old never say never.
Never say never. I mean, how many times is that going to be said tonight? That moonwalking son of a bitch didn't thank Kirk Ranner for one. That's going to be a little bit of an issue there, Randy. But listen, me and Randy never saw eye to eye, so I don't expect a thank you. But Randy Levesque definitely deserves this. Never say never. Does that mean he's back next season?
I don't know. We'll leave that up to the fans to decide, as he has a match with Little T at WrestleVersary, and what is sure to be a hell of a contest, and his return back into the EFED world. We'll continue on with, I guess, some news with Randy Levesque after what he just said, because that is news to me, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see after WrestleVersary, and we'll have talks with the camp of Randy Levesque. But moving forward,
you will have talks, Master. I'll be in the Bahamas sipping coladas, enjoying retired life.
That's right.
But you never. But listen,
I won't call you like I did last year, though. Don't worry.
I'll say it. I'll say it. Never say never to Kirk Ranner.
Hey,
never say never.
You heard it here first. The Hall of Fame, folks. Another never say never.
There's two already.
That's two.
There's two.
If you're doing shots at home, it's 2 shots you got to take already. But we're gonna move on here. We're gonna move on to a man that was labeled a decorated star in his industry. And not only decorated star, decorated champion, the first ever Grand Slam champion of 3 major companies in the EFED world, with GOW, WOW, and FWF. For that matter, G7 as well.
G7.
Like
he ran them all at one time.
Exactly. He was an incredible world champion. All held all those belts at one time. Might as well have called him Kenny Omega at that point. But certainly a member of this roster who will go down in history as, again, like I said before, one of the cornerstones that started this all between myself and Kirk Ranter. So, and
it's very fitting. It's very fitting, Masters, that this is the main event of WrestleVersary, right? The end of an era. My last match calling is these two guys, RSG and Chris Phoenix, that meant so much to the building of this brand.
Exactly, and Chris Phoenix will be facing RSG night 3 of WrestleVersary in the main event, the end of an era match, and we'll get to that this coming weekend, folks. But for tonight, let's hear from none other than one of the most decorated champions in EFED history, Christopher Phoenix.
One and only.
All right, sorry to be one of those old guys to reference this, but first of all, thank you. And as the Grateful Dead said, what a long, strange trip it's been. From the standpoint of a wrestling career, 25 years isn't that long of a stretch. You look at guys like Ric Flair, Dustin Rhodes, Jeff Jarrett, Yuji Nagata, Sting, The Great Muta, and Terry by God Funk. And you see careers that span decades and eras. Then you look at guys like Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley, and Eddie Kingston, doing some of their best work and had been doing some of their best work in less than 20 years. And a lot of them are still going. Both of these are proof that a Hall of Fame worthy career doesn't have to meet a specific requirement to be worthy of this acknowledgement. It's been a long way since high school, wrestling in a dirty backyard ring at the Cape Hardcore Wrestling Federation, to the dojo days of the EWF, and fighting for the CFH. Those were some character building years under some of the toughest SOBs I've ever fought. Some real demons down there. I was happy to get back to the Indies after I was done there. But honestly, while I was down there, I knew that I still wanted more. So I worked hard, and I finally got the attention of some scouts and got a tryout with the FWF. And ever since Revo gave me the go, I've been working my ass off, having the greatest run of my entire career. I've been a champion of some kind in pretty much every Fed I've been in since. And I know it's cliche at this point to say, but I was happy to be the gold standard of professional wrestling. But I digress. I've been doing this long enough to know that I've run out of road. I've reached my destination with barely any gas left in this tank. I've given all I have to give. So I'm going to take my retirement seriously and not try to keep coming back when I need the money, like some of the old vets do. I know that it's time for me to hang it up. I'm thankful to Revo for giving me that shot that got me back on track to a ton of gold in my career. I'm thankful to Mad Jack for getting me in overseas in India, for Mr. Stone for having me on for half a season, and a few other E-Feds for giving me a call and having me on as a special guest. I appreciate it. And last, but certainly not least, Kirk and Kyle for letting me work and do my thing, keeping me busy, and in my own special way, helping in molding the talent of tomorrow. I want to thank Gadzoon for being the best long-term tag partner I've ever had. We won a lot of gold. I'm thankful to the Dark Prophet for showing me I still had a little light left in me. I'm thankful to King Ilson for pushing me to do my best. And I hate to say it, but I'm thankful to RSG for helping me cement my legacy. And of course, last and certainly not least, I'm thankful to Kid Million for showing me the future of our sport is in good hands. So thanks everyone for watching, and thanks for letting me shine.
Well, there you have it. Chris Phoenix with some strong words, one of the most decorated champions in EFED history, going into the Hall of Fame. And I don't know about you, Kirk. There seemed to be a little tiny shot there, I thought.
With a little adrenaline's in his soul, something.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
Yeah.
RSG did not come back for money. I can tell you that. I paid RSG very, very well over the years. But there is competition and there's a competitive edge. And Phoenix still has that mental aspect that he is going to war this Sunday at WrestleVersary. I don't want to talk about the RSG thing because we're going to be talking about that all day Sunday. I want to talk about, we literally just heard the baton passed from the gold standard to who he thinks is going to pick it up and carry it, and that's Kid Million.
That is huge, and you're right there, Kirk. Huge praise from Chris Phoenix, and saying that now that he's gone, Kid Million will now carry that torch and light.
Pretty much the gold standard, right?
Exactly.
That's pretty much what he said.
And it'll light the path for the future of this company, and we'll hopefully get some words out of Kid Million with that, hopefully at WrestleVersary. Maybe we can get him in a backstage interview. But regardless of that, Chris Phoenix, again, well-deserved individual for going to the Hall of Fame for all he's done. Again, like you've heard in his speech, multiple companies across different parts of the world, and now finally calling it a career after Sunday against his end of an era match with RSG. Moving right along here, we're going to move on to another star who started actually in GOW for Kirk Ranter, made his way into WW eventually, and then eventually joined us in here in the AWF. Carried on, and just like Chris Phoenix, molded the future, had his feuds, had his matches, and a man who is well-deserved going to the Hall of Fame. And that's none other than D3. D3...
Man was undefeated in GOW for a long time.
Exactly. And in WW had some of the greatest rivalries and feuds against likes of Kyle Omega. I would love to see him face Kenny Omega.
I would love to see Kenny Omega. D3, he got some gas in the tank.
King Ilson especially as well.
Yes.
But regardless of that, folks, he'll be taking on one of his biggest rivalries he's ever had in the EFED world, and that is Prince Philium at WrestleVersary in his final match. And Prince Philium will carry on after this season, as far as I'm told, that he's going to carry on and continue building his legacy. As you heard the word legacy mentioned in Chris Phoenix, there's a lot of that term is being thrown a lot here, especially over the Hall of Fame and WrestleVersary weekend.
And before, Prince Philium's trying to bury everything that I created in GOW. He felt like he was never given a fair shake in GOW. You've seen him run through the jobbers of GOW, right? The Chungus. You see him run through Ace Aiden, right? He didn't really challenge anybody with any name, right? Where's the King Elsons? Where's the Scorpios, right? So I'm glad D3 answered this call, and I hope D3 kicks his butt this weekend, if I'm being honest.
I can't wait for that match. That's going to be an absolute barn burner. And folks, without further ado, let's get down back to the stage as D3 is about to make his way to the ring and announce his retirement speech with his Hall of Fame induction.
For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is D3, and I was the very first Twitch champion in GOW and WW, the two companies that helped create the AWF. I'm also a former GOW World Champion. I'm also one half of the very first AWF Tag Team Champions, and I'm also a former GOW US Champion, a former FWF Twitch Champion. I'm trying to remember all the championships I won. I've won a couple, so it's hard to remember everything. But being in the AWF Hall of Fame definitely means a lot to me. For Kurt, Kyle, and Hugh to all take a chance on me and to allow me to bring this character into this world definitely meant a lot, and I definitely do appreciate that. For being the very first match in GOW, to be one of the first champions in the company, feuding with Kirk himself, just everything that I've done. The only regret that I have in my career is being the reason why Chungus keeps popping up. Because if it wasn't for me, you guys wouldn't even know who he is. And you might not want to give me that credit, but you definitely should, because I'm the one who started a rivalry with someone who shouldn't even be here. But let's fast forward to WrestleVerse. And let's talk about why I'm coming back. It's very simple. Prince William has this delusion about him that he's better than he truly is. I want everybody to understand, I'm not coming to WrestleVerse to take a spot from anybody. I'm not coming to WrestleVerse to take a championship from anybody. I'm coming to WrestleVerse to simply put somebody in their place. That's what I'm coming back to be. And I just want everybody on this roster to know this is going to be my last match. I will not be coming back for any other reason to face anybody. There are people on this roster that I wish I could have faced before I retired. I'm not going to put any names out there because then that's going to give people ideas. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give y'all that ammunition. So at WrestleVerse, Prince William, I want you to understand, you want to kill GOW. And I'm not going to just let you do that. You want to kill the company that created this company to begin with, or at least one half of it anyway. I'm not going to just allow you to do it. So at WrestleVerse tomorrow night, everybody's going to see D3 for one last time in a professional wrestling ring. Now before I go, because this is going on far enough, I do want to let everybody know what caused the influence in this company. And it's really simple. There are two answers. Two people, actually. One always asks you, what about him? What about Reeve? And the second told us all to follow the buzzards. My inspirations for the influence were Raven and Bray Wyatt. They showed me that if you can gain someone's attention just with words, as you can pretty much influence anyone. So I hope that answers your question, because I know y'all have been wondering since last year or a couple years ago, whenever it was, because my memory is effed up. Well, yeah, to Kirk, thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this. Truly, I do mean that. Kyle, you, I appreciate both of you. Everybody that does this EDFed stuff, y'all are far too committed to this. Like, it's insane how much work y'all put in. Like, I don't understand how y'all do it. I don't know, man. Yeah, y'all are something else, but I appreciate you guys very much for inducting me into the AWF Hall of Fame. Now it's time to go to WrestleVerse and take care of some business. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
How's it going, AWF Universe? Your CEO, Kyle Masters, here to talk about a fantastic product and one of our official sponsors of the AWF, Rogue. And let me get into it right now, folks, because this is some good shit. What is Rogue? Well, Rogue is a gaming company at heart. They strive to improve the in-game performance of gamers and streamers everywhere. Their low-calorie, no-sugar energy formula is the perfect alternative to sugar-filled canned drinks and sodas. The hydration line as well offers focused ingredients without the added caffeine. Drink it anytime you're thirsty. So you might be sitting there thinking, why Rogue? Well, let me tell you about it. First and foremost, they design every Rogue product line with performance and effectiveness in mind. It is crucial that you look at the nutrition panel of drinks when comparing options. There are countless off brands out there that are presenting low quality, poorly dosed formulas that amount to just expensive caffeine water. Every formula they produce is designed with optimal levels of high quality ingredients. Additionally, you won't find a powdered gaming drink brand that dissolves better than Rogue. There is no need to have that chalky texture in your drink. Finally, their taste profiles are unmatched. Rogue is specifically designed for gamers, athletes, students, entrepreneurs, people with hectic schedules, individuals with low energy, people who are health conscious, and so much more. It's great as a pre-workout or as a coffee energy drink replacement. They specifically designed every Rogue product line to be the best gaming drink on the planet. Use code AWFEFED at checkout to save yourself on your order. Folks, you're not going to want to check out any other gaming drink out there. Check out Rogue and get yourself some of the good shit. And there you have it, D3.
I am feeling influenced right now. I am.
I mean,
we finally got our answer. But is there an answer? Who knows?
I mean, we didn't hear him say never because I really I was hoping that we would hear that and we would hear Chungus right after that because he did mention Chungus and maybe
popped the crowd. That got the crowd going, man. And it is true. Without that, Chungus is priced on the unemployment line, but Chungus is still here. And maybe never say never.
Yeah, Chungus probably would have been on the unemployment line with all those other NSFW guys that we hired at last year.
Man, yeah. Yeah. Quote the Raven nevermore. Can we say that's never say never? The word never was thrown around. Maybe. Maybe. But what a speech from D3. It feels good to have him back. And, with the shortened season last year, it feels good to have him getting that big match to end his career that he deserves.
Exactly. And he's going on to, as he puts, taking care of business at WrestleVersus. He will take on Prince Philium in a last EFED match ever for him. Will Prince Philium send him packing with a win of his own, or will D3 end his legacy against Prince Philium with a big W? And to basically, he's wrestling for GOW at this point.
He's wrestling for GOW at this point, but listen, I mean, I'm leaving. The paperworks are signed over, right? So GOW is, if it comes back, it's under the ownership of Kyle Masters. So there it is. That's the entity. GOW was smushed together with WOW. So for GOW to come back, I'd have to buy it from Masters. And you never know. Never say never. Yeah. No, maybe I'll come back for a GOW blast from the past week if D3 can defend the honor next year. You never know.
Yeah. But regardless of that, folks, incredible night so far, and we're gonna end things off here with a man that pretty much deserves, I guess, the spot here, the main event spot of the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Lucha Scorpio is one of the most decorated, not only just champions in this industry, but one of the most decorated luchadors in the entire EFED world. Lucha Scorpio put EFED luchador wrestling on the map.
And I want to talk, I mean, I know he's going to AAA, so this isn't the end of Lucha Scorpio, but the range of characters this guy could play, right? How he was that fan favorite and how he legit turned that corner this year and was the leader of Eventide, which was a great storyline, to regaining what he once was. I mean, this guy has it all. The moves, the charisma. He is a great storyteller in the ring. He can play heel. He can play face. I mean, one of the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah, and Lucha Scorpio, a man who has battled back from adversity, a man who's battled back from having one of the biggest losing seasons about a year or two ago, and he's battled his way to this point. Now he's going into WrestleVersus not only as a champion, as the United Kingdom champion, his home country, but he's going to face off against one of his biggest rivals and one of his greatest opponents here in the EFED world, and that is King Ilson. And what a way to send off here in the AWF than to face none other than the King for the UK
King.
belt.
Totally agree. When I went to King Ilson, I said, what match do you want for WrestleVersus, King? And he said, there's only one person I want to face right now. And I want to end this era. I want to end Lucha Scorpio's tenure here, not with only the best match we've ever had, but the greatest sign of respect, because these two have been at each other's throats for years. And they're the greatest opponents of each other, and they want to end it together. And I think that's beautiful. That's poetry in motion, if you will.
Exactly. Good reference there. But ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to waste any more time. Again, Lucha Scorpio promises to be a tear jerker, but he is going to be going down to the ring and giving the final speech here for the Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give you Lucha Scorpio.
You know what? I've just got to be perfectly honest with all of you tonight. I've tried so hard to write this Hall of Fame speech, but to be honest, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I've got to speak in my heart because I'm just feeling so emotional about this. Yeah, this is gonna be not your normal Hall of Fame speech, so yeah, ready. This is gonna be emotional. Okay. Well, for the past few weeks now, we've had the promos of WrestleVersary. Counting down to the days, 50 days, 40 days, 30 days, 20 days, 10 days. And every time I see that promo, a piece of me that's broken me. Knowing that the day is gonna come, that all this is gonna be over. And now here we are at the Hall of Fame. WrestleVersary is here, the biggest event. 3 nights of professional wrestling, so much action, the best of the best. But today, I can tell you now, on this day, that my heart is broken. Shattered to a million pieces. I am broken. I'm officially in mourning. I'm not going to be part of the AWF anymore. Can't believe it. I'm going to be part of the Alliance Wrestling Federation. I don't know how long it's going to take. Could be days, weeks, months, even years for this to come to realise that I'm no longer part of this anymore. But I can tell you now, I can look at every one of your eyes, I can look at you with confidence and say this, that this has been, without a doubt, the best community that I've ever been a part of. No other community has come close to what every one of you have created. I'm going to say it again, I'm going to say it louder for the people in the back to hear this again. This has been, without a doubt, the best community I've ever been a part of. No other community has come close to what every one of you have created. All this is special. This is unique. It has been an absolute honour to be a part of this beautiful community. All those years ago, starting with GOW, I didn't know I would last long. I didn't know I would fit in. But very early on, everyone was welcoming and respectful. I knew there and then that this is the right place for me. So many magical moments. Just to name a few. winning my first match in GLW, become the #1 contender, and out of it, I became GLW champion. Having a hair versus mask, Hell in a Cell match with King Elton, being in the last ever match in World of Wrestling, competing in the best of 7 series with Chris Phoenix, the eclectic Red Redding. Well, let's not talk about that. It's a bit, a lot of bloodshed, but I'm not here to talk about that. And for the last time, becoming a champion again, winning a title that I've been wanting for ages. Ever since I saw that title, I wanted it. And now finally, before I leave the AWF, I can proudly say that I've become the AWF United Kingdom champion. Look, Ranter, Carl Masters, thank you so much for everything. All of you that have been part of my journey in GLW, WOW, and AWF, thank you so much. This community is going to grow stronger and stronger without me, and I look forward to seeing what all of you are going to do in the future in the AWF, and I will be keeping a lookout from afar. Thank you for my induction into AWF Hall of Fame. I wish you all the best in the future. And for the final time, as Lucha Scorpio, thank you, good night, farewell, and goodbye.
What the f*** are you doing here? Remember, this is Grapple. And if you're not Grapple, go f*** yourself.
Well, there you have it, folks. A real tearjerker, as Lucha Scorpio stated, and a man with some strong words for his entire career here. With
what a run! What a run! I mean, that just what a speech! That's why you're the main event of the Hall of Fame. That speech was amazing. Touched on everything. Thanked everyone. That was unbelievable.
And
you could hear the pain in his voice that he's not returning. That's someone that loves this community. It's someone that loves what he does. That's a backstage leader, and we're gonna miss him in the ring. But I think next season, Masters, you're gonna miss him in that leadership role, in that locker room leader role that he's been so accustomed to for all these years.
Exactly, a man that you could go up to and ask anything at any time, and a man that will share his knowledge of eFed wrestling with
He
you.
has a lot of it, and he has a lot of it.
Yeah, and you heard in his speech the what he's gone through, not only in our former companies, but even in this company, but dating back to the GOW days with the hair. You mentioned the hair versus mask match with King Ilson, being in the very last match in WOW history with Fang Skyther, a man who's done it all here in this industry, and a man who, like we've said in the beginning, deserves this Hall of Fame spot and the main event spot. But technically, Kirk, there are two Hall of Fame spots tonight. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, can the guys in the back play the video for me? And there you have it, folks.
What
Kirk,
surprise.
What a surprise. Kirk
You
had
thought
no
the
idea.
Ego was big. Now I'm a Hall of Famer. Look at the ring.
Yeah.
Look at the ring. Look at the ring.
Kirk Renner, folks, is officially in the Hall of Fame. Kirk, do you have any quick sentiments, a quick speech for us here as you depart the AWF?
I mean, I'm going to save a lot of it for WrestleVersary on Sunday when I'm in the emotions. As a great wrestler that everybody hates now says, I got to feel it. I want to feel it, right? And I think just watching this and watching all these guys that we helped play a pivotal, part of their career has been very special. And it's been very special to finish the season off. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy do. And Kyle Masters literally shouldered this. So I think Kyle Masters should be in this Hall of Fame before me, because he never say never.
Yep.
Maybe because he shouldered this burden a lot. And then, from a standpoint of Kirk Ranner's a family man. Kirk Ranner works a lot. And Kyle Masters really picked up the ball when I fumbled it and took it over the goal line. And here we are. Now we're at the Super Bowl. So I want to thank everyone who's even been a character from the people that showed up one stream to the people that have been loyal. I want to thank everyone who's done a promo. This is not easy. And D3 said it best. It's a lot of work. And you guys work your ass off. And without you guys, there is no Kirk Ranter, right? Without the wrestlers, I'm just a billionaire that's probably playing golf. But with you guys, we built something special. So thank you guys. I love you. And never say never.
No, I know, Kirk. And Kirk, not only me, from the bottom of my heart, saying thank you from not only you getting me started in this industry, but coming together and creating one of the most dominant and powerful wrestling companies in the eFed world. And I can't thank you enough, but I'm not the only one that wants to say thank you.
Kurt Ranner in the AWF Hall of Fame. Now, finally, we get somebody in who actually deserves to be there. The man who's half of the team who brought this all together for us, who, without him, none of us would exist. So, Kurt, I hope you enjoy retirement. I hope you enjoy being a Hall of Famer. And just remember this. You may be a bum, but you're my bum. You're my bum. Congratulations on your Hall of Fame nominee.
Hello, friends. It's your friendly neighborhood blueprint here. R. Scott Gary, the man responsible for all the new little brothers and sisters in y'all lives. You're welcome, by the way. I was asked very kindly to say a couple of words about one of my best friends in the entire world, Kirk Ranter. Kirk Ranter is a guy that didn't necessarily change my life, but he sure as hell changed the trajectory of it. I had already had a successful wrestling career, and I was bowing out gracefully from the Starlight, and had just started a new pro wrestling portion of the Bulletproof Wrestling Club. Brought that into a little federation known as Game of Wrestling with three of my best students, three guys by the name of Adam Cole, Finn Balor, and AJ Styles. and they ran roughshod all over Game of Wrestling until Kirk Ranter had the idea. He knew that I was a wrestler, and he knew I was training wrestlers. And he just asked me, why don't you get into the ring and see what you got? Boy, what a good freaking idea, because all that happened from there is we made Kirk Ranter a crap load of money with just one t-shirt design, and I went ahead and won every single title that Kirk Ranter ever invented. We gave a lot of you guys in the back jobs too. Don't you forget that, and then he went and partnered up with Kyle Masters to create the AWF, and holy crap, man. I mean, what more has to really be said about the lives that we all live because of Kirk Ranter? Now, there's a lot to be said about Kyle Masters too, and I have all the respect for him in the world, right? But for me, Kirk Ranter is my guy. He's one of my best friends. Everyone can say all that they want about the career that I had, but Kirk Ranter only ever wrote me one check. I could have gone on to all the other wonderful e-feds that are out there, and by God, there are a lot of wonderful ones. But I stayed loyal to Kirk Ranter, and I will continue to stay loyal to Kirk Ranter because he has done nothing but the best for me, had nothing but the best sights for me, and I owe that man a lot. And by staying loyal to him and bowing out when he's bowing out, I feel that's the way that I can say thank you to him the best. So, Kirk Ranter, this is certainly not goodbye between us. We are going to talk probably the day after we both leave here. But with that said, I just hope that all the flowers that you get today, you take with you, because you have earned and deserve every single one of them. I'm glad to call you my friend. I'm glad to call you a partner. I'm glad everyone had the ability to get to meet you and to be touched by you and have their lives changed by what you have had a great hand in developing. So enjoy everything that comes with this. I love you. And yeah, bulletproof for life, right? For life.
There's a lot I could say about the main man himself, Kirk Ranter. He's someone that's full of energy and ambition to the point of sharing all of it to the whole locker room. I mean, he is truly a professional man among other professionals, and I'm fully thankful to being part of his show back then and now. So a very hachi-machi thank you to you, sir.
Kirk, while it sucks to see you go, I will always be ever so grateful that you had my back for the one night. So in response, Kirk, for your retirement, a thank you is needed for the time and effort and respect you have put on the AWF name, the company, and all of the talent here.
Hello, it is I, AWF World Heavyweight Champion, Solo Theory. I wanted to take a second of my time from training to thank Mr. Ranter for all he's done for Energy and the Alliance Wrestling Federation. Kirk, your leadership is going to be missed, but the mark you left won't be forgotten. Enjoy the retirement, brother. You deserve it.
What's good, Kirk? D3 here. I just want to send you this quick message to tell you that I appreciate you for allowing me to be in this EFED, because it allowed me to have some distractions when things were kind of going crazy and all that, so I appreciate you for that. And I also want to say, I do hope that you enjoy your retirement, at least with this character anyway, because I gotta tell you, our feud was probably my favorite thing that I've done, so I very much appreciate you for doing that with me. And I hope that what you and your lady do outside of this ends up being one of the most successful things that you do, because it seems like you're truly enjoying yourself, and I've always wanted that. So, thanks.
I want to give a huge thank you to Big Daddy Kirk. Thank you for the opportunities, making my last few years of wrestling memorable ones. Thank you for co-creating the AWF and giving so many wrestlers a place to work and hone their craft. and making the future superstars of the E-Fed landscape. I'm gonna miss you, big guy.
Mr. Kirk Ranter, you must know who I am by now, or even if you don't, I will let you know that I am the Main Event Mafia's lead Hoshi. And it's sad to see you go. You've made the AWF just simply incredible. And it won't be the same without you. Now, if we want to go all the way through everything you've done, we'd be here a long time. But how about we go all the way back to the beginning of this season, in the draft? Do you want to come celebrate at the bistro? Make you as many pastrami sandwiches as you want. Anyways, enough of Hoshi. This is me, Louis Nero. Just here to say, you're awesome, man. The Disney stuff's cool. Love watching all of it. And yeah, we'll miss you.
Thank you, Kurt Ranter. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on Ambition and being the most dominant workhorse and pillar of the women's division of all time. And also, thank you for letting me retire that lavish dipshit so early by burning his office to the ground. And a massive thank you for letting me become the Triple Crown champion that this women's division deserved. Nobody can do it better like me. And you made it possible. So thank you, Kurt.
The professor here. Pardon me for the weird voice, but Liz and I had gone to Mardi Gras, and I seem to have caught something. Some kind of cold. But Kurt Ranter is retiring from Alliance Wrestling Federation. I must thank you for accepting me into GOW and then AWF. Thanks for introducing me to Kyle Masters and WOW. I was elated that the two of you created AWF and brought so much wrestling talent together. Internet Tom, hold that cue card straight. Also, I must thank you for allowing my wife, Liz Bacchus, and top student, Brie Oceanflyer, to advance their wrestling careers in AWF. Thanks for entrusting me with a great solo career, greatest tag team, Higher Learning, and a grandiose fashion, the Academy. With all of these, we had some glorious matches with gifted talent. And many more thanks for coming to the Waldo Winston Wrestling Academy for those special engagements. The students loved your speeches and the company you brought. Thank goodness we had picture books for the ladies in the library. W3A.com accepting applications for next semester. These years with you at the helm of the finest wrestling companies have been an astronomical adventures for all of us. We all thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you, Kurt Ranter. We will miss you dearly, Sir Kurt Ranter.
Kurt Ranter. You know, everybody thinks of our relationship and remembers my problems with your authority, but nobody thinks about long before that, when I didn't know if I belonged in the AWF or if I should even join the AWF, and you convinced me. And everything that happened after that is because of you, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for all you've done. I can't say it enough. Thank you.
Kirk Ranter, and add another $1 to the Ranter wallet. That was one of my goals. That's why I shared so many investment deals with him. Kirk, I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you have done with the AWF. And I want to thank you for everything that you've done with GOW. But ultimately, I want to thank you for bringing quality entertainment to the entirety of the AWF universe and for the people watching at home. Thank you, Kirk. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Hopefully you start charging admission for the future people so you can continue adding to the wallet.
AWF Universe. As I stand here, I have no real words to say. But you know what? I was told to speak from my heart, and I'm going to. Kirk Ranter. Sir, when you first met me, when you flew the jet out to Japan, and you said, "Hey man, I see this talent in you. You're raw, you're uncut, you're pure. I want you in this company that I'm creating. I want you here." And I came, and we did a little boogieing. Let's not lie. But you took a boogie, a dancer, someone who likes to leave a little blood in the dance floor, and created the king you see, or helped create. You know I gotta take some credit for myself. But I just want to say, we bled together. Hell, we feuded for God knows how long. But we broke bread, and as men, we dined as kings. So salute to you. All I want to truly say to you is, thank you, Kirk. From one king to another.
I came in feeling like the whole world was against me, and I had to prove myself to you and everyone in the back that the star has arrived. So yeah, I picked a fight with the biggest dog in the pack, and look at me now. I have a lot of feelings when I think of you, but one of those feelings is gratitude. So from one star to another, allow me to say, thank you, Ranter.
How are you all doing? It's your boy, Lucky Smith. And I want to say thank you, Kirk Ranter, for being not only a strong owner, but one of the most friendliest owners that I have met. So thank you, and good luck on your project. You will smash it, and you will succeed.
Alright then. So, for those who don't know me, I am Jekyll Morrison, PT UK owner and manager for Matthew Van Bates and Casey Kennedy. This is the first time I'm speaking to you all, and this is a very special occasion because this message is to one Kirk Ranter. I have never worked with the man, but all I can say is this man deserves the Hall of Fame. He's got charisma, he's got character, he's a ladies' man. So I just want to say congratulations and welcome to the AWF Hall of Fame. Now that's done, I just want to say, and it's been an absolute honour, a privilege, and just an amazing experience to have you alongside Kyle run the AWF. I hope you and the entire family are the best. And I just want to say thank you.
Anthony, it has been amazing 2 years working with you. You have blessed me with your friendship and kindness. Thank you for everything. Good luck in upcoming journey. We will miss you.
So I have been hearing some rumblings backstage about a surprise entrant to the AWF Hall of Fame. And it was a surprise up until I heard who was getting inducted, that it was Kirk Ranner's time to shine. And that's not a surprise to me at all. See, personally, I think he's been Hall of Fame worthy since he signed Kid Million. I mean, he introduced the world to what I have to offer. And he introduced me to one of the greatest groups of people that I've ever met over the internet. Kirk, Ant, you deserve it. You deserve absolutely every bit of the love you're getting. And as the sunglasses come back on, make no ifs, ands, or buts about it, there would be no Kid Million without Kirk Ranter. Because Kirk, you made this happen. You deserve every bit of the praise you're getting. I hope you enjoy it.
And there you have it, folks, to end off the AWS first ever.
Got me a
Hall
little misty eye. Someone cutting onions or what?
I'm gonna leave the floor to you, Kirk.
Hey, leave the floor to Ant. Thank you guys, because I know that it was a lot of blurred lines there, right? You guys have helped me through so much, this community, and you know, it goes back to when I just started streaming and I was doing GOW, and my brother pretty much unexpectedly passed, right? And you guys willed me back to come back and stream, and you know, took a chance on me and started watching, and you know, kept my mind off things and creating the promo packages and creating the matches and the storyline. kept my mind off everything. And you were a big part of my morning process and what made me think, you know, I have purpose in here. And it's a lot of work to do in EFED, and but it's rewarding because I have forever friends with the people you just saw in that video. I might not be in the wrestling realm anymore, but I'm still around. You know, DM me if you have any questions about anything, if you have any struggles with anything. The DMs are always open, so just don't hesitate. And thank you guys for that video, Kyle. Thank you. That was a great surprise. You're the man. I can't
It's
wait
real,
to
by the way.
celebrate.
I did not tell Ant until this moment we were recording this.
Can't wait to celebrate your big day in about 8 months from now.
For those that don't know, Ant is my best man for my wedding.
Oh, I didn't even know I was your best man.
Yeah.
I gotta give a speech.
Yeah,
that's all right. I won't bring
You
up
have 8 months.
OnlyFans like I did with Phil.
Yeah. You have 8 months.
Yeah, I got 8 months to get replaced. You hear that? Oh, I have to say it's real glass. I'm gonna get.
Phil's gonna
suspended.
be there. There you go.
Yeah. But thank you, Kyle. I mean, this has been amazing to do this with you, and you know, I'm gonna miss these people a lot. But the thing I'm gonna miss the most is, you know, talking every week with you. And I know we're still gonna talk every week.
Yeah.
But creating, right? We had so many laughs and so many stupid little inside jokes from just sitting here talking about wrestling and making this show, and we just have so much fun. And you know, a lot goes into this, guys. So next year I really want you to remember that when you see the production that Kyle does, that's not a one-day thing. There's no way. That's almost a full-time job. So hence why I have to step away. I have 2 jobs. My wife's career starting. I have goals to move to Florida in the next 2 years. And if you guys know me, Anthony or Kirk, when there's a goal out there, I'm going to achieve it. Exactly. I'm gonna grind and I'm gonna get it. And and that's what we're doing. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, Anthony's heart, for helping me through times I didn't think I'd get through sickness, through sadness, through happiness. You've celebrated my new house with me. You've celebrated a lot of milestones with me, and I'm forever grateful for the AWF. And never say never. Commissioner Kirk, you never know. Move over Adam Pierce. We'll see.
Well, for the time being, Kirk and Ant may be gone, but Anthony Edwards lives on, folks.
Oh, and yeah, you thought Kirk was ruthless. You just wait. Just wait. Just wait till next season when I can tap into a little bit of
the office door
Edwards.
is open for Edwards. You want to step in? There you go.
Yep. I'm taking all promo battles.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into the first ever AWF Hall of Fame ceremony. It is one for the ages, and it will continue on from here on out. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and Kirk Ranter, we will see you this weekend for AWF Wrestleversary live from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We'll see you then, folks.
Thank you.
The distance, you can run the mile, you can walk straight through hell with a smile.
You could be the hero, you can get the gold, breaking all the records they thought never could be broke.
Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. Are you ever gonna know if you never even try?
Do it for your country, do it for your name, cause there's gonna be a day